YouTube, Prowler 0308 here. Just wanted to do a quick update video. It's been about a week and a half since I last did one. Fortunately, I haven't been able to get to the bench. As of late, I was in Las Vegas last week for a convention, World of Concrete, nearly most of the week, and then took my wife down to Bismarck for her 43rd birthday. So we spent the weekend down there, which was nice because I was able to get to Hobby Lobby and buy some stuff, which is what I'll show you next. It's kind of what my update is some of the things that I purchased and some of the goodies that I ordered came in. So let me get out of this chair and show you what we got. So yeah, we went down to Bismarck, like I said, for my wife's birthday, and while she was shopping at the clothes store, I went ahead and went over to Hobby Lobby. I think if any of you guys have seen my previous videos, you know that we don't have a hobby store here in Williston, North Dakota, so I either got to get everything off the internet, or whenever I happen to venture to a town that has some type of hobby store, I try to stop in and get needed supplies and browse kits and whatnot. So I still had about $100 left on some gift cards from Christmas, and I decided to blow them all at Hobby Lobby. So what I got was a few items that I've kind of been looking at. Obviously, you can see that I've got the aluminum tube to build exhaust and drive shafts is what I'm thinking. Got a couple packages of those. They were pretty cheap, a couple bucks a piece. You know, I got a small tubing cutter so I can, you know, jimmy around with some of that stuff. Bought myself a new fine tip paintbrush, which kind of goes along with my artist oils. I got some burnt sienna. I want to try my hand at weathering. I've been watching some old model railroad videos actually, and got the idea to do my half track. To get that finished up, I need to figure out some weathering techniques. So I'm going to try the old hairspray technique, and then to do some of the rust stains on the bolts and whatnot, I'm going to try to use this with some mineral spirits, drag it down with a fan tip brush, and see if I can't make that look like something. And then I also picked up something I've never tried before, but I've seen a lot on the internet on, and that's these pastel chalks. You know, scrape some of that off with the, you know, the number 11 X-Acto, and make, you know, dust and rust out of it and whatnot. So we're going to give that a shot. This was cheap too, $8 for the big double package of that. You know, I don't know how many colors I'll use out of there, but I'm sure I can use some of the oranges and reds and stuff like that to build rust. I also got some clear plastic styrene right here, basically for doing the windshields in those Jimmy Flintstone kits. I was reading another article that I found on a website somewhere where this is what was recommended for doing some of those windshields that are kind of hard to do. So I'm going to give that a shot. I still need to get some, you know, styrene rod or whatnot, or maybe I'll use some sprue or something to make a frame on the inside around to hold that in. But we'll cross that bridge when we get there, especially on that van body that I'm going to do. That's the main reason why I got it. And then I bought two more kits. I got the Corvette gasser, and the reason I got that, and I can't remember whose video I was watching, but they had a Mustang on there that was like something that I would have in high school. All beat up and rusty, but it had the big old fat tires in the back that stuck way out past the fenders, and the, you know, little skinnies up front. But as you guys know from another video, I was contemplating building a zombie kit, and I have the body here, the Mustang, you know, and I bought those Dark World Creations resin pieces that we got to get cleaned up and painted up that fit in there. Anyway, I've been sitting on this project for quite a while, because originally what I wanted to do was try to make it look like a jacked up four-wheel drive with a Mustang body on top. Problem being is that, like I said before, my skill level isn't quite up to that needed level to you know, to custom build everything. I don't have a lot of you know, experience in that. So what I'm going to do, I think I can handle basically you know, putting a rake on the back, lifting the back up a little bit, drop the front end. I think I got enough skill level to do that. Put the big old fat meats on the back like you'd see like in an old Mad Max movie or something, with the little skinnies up front. And then, you know, obviously this is where the weathering stuff will come in too, because I'm going to do kind of like a military style looking paint job on here. And then I've got some Dr. Cranky decals and some other ones that I got off the internet, like the old Poison Spider ones with the skull and crossbones and whatnot. anyway, that's what I plan on doing with this. So that's down the road a bit, but you know, since I was there, I figured, you know, 4-hour trip, I might as well get something out of it. So that's what I bought. In addition to that, as I was talking before, I ordered some stuff from Model Roundup. Very cool site. They got a lot of stuff on there, particularly a lot of detail components that I'm liking. Fairly decent price, but I had two projects that I was going to work on, and I kind of alluded to those in a previous video, and I'm going to do a more in-depth one on the Chevy truck build that we're doing in March that Heath's putting on. And that's what this is for. This is that Alley Rat 502 tune port injection. I'm going to go ahead and put that in that truck, and I'm going to do an in-depth video on that after this and try to get both videos posted tonight or tomorrow. But that's what that engine's for. Along with that, I also got the Big Block Chevrolet detail kit, engine dress-up kit, which is the Edelbrock version. So we'll be able to put the, you know, make it look like the Edelbrock fin covers on top of that motor, you know, and some other little components in there. Combine that with what comes in the Ross Gibson engines now with the wire looms and some of the other detail components. That engine should turn out pretty cool and look good in that Chevy pickup I'm going to do. The other thing I got is I've got the Ross Gibson twin turbo big block motor, and that's going to be for that build I want to do on that that Camaro that I talked about. That's that 1969 SS version. It's the 427 L72. Instead of putting that 427 in there, I'm gonna do this, and then I've got some components that haven't showed up yet. I'll do a review, or not a review, but an ideas post on that when I get everything in. But I've got the hood, the Outlaw 9-inch hood coming for that, along with the chassis and big tire kit from Competition Resins. So as soon as that stuff comes in, I'll do a video on that as well. Like I said, I'm hoping to get some more modeling time this weekend. I've been out, like I said, I've been out of town for a week or so. Pretty busy at work. We're going through a lot of changes up here in the oil field. So you know, it's keeping me pretty busy. So I'm hoping this weekend I can get back onto my Subaru, get that, you know, pretty close to being done, or at least to get the interior tub finished up. I'd like that, and then possibly the rest of it next week. You know, I might have to count that as my build for the February complete a build kit, or kit build that you started in the past. I might go for that, I guess. And then we'll start in on March. We'll start that Chevy truck build, which I'm pretty excited about. And then, you know, like I said, I don't need a lot of community builds. I probably could have entered Chip's, you know, extreme build on that 69 Camaro. It's, you know, the right year. I'm gonna do, you know, my first kind of wide tire kit and all that kind of stuff. But we'll just save that for another day and just build it for fun. Oh, and then I forgot to say, the reason I bought this kit is that a while back I bought that Monogram 87 Buick GNX Dream Rides kit that I got at a hobby store in Great Falls, Montana when I was over there. And what I'd like to do is make like a Pro Stock, similar Pro Stock Pro Street version using that tube chassis, possibly the same drivetrain. And then I want to do the small block version of the twin turbo Ross Gibson motor and put that into that GNX. And you know, it's not something that I would do in real life. I would leave an 87 Buick GNX completely stock because it's a badass car. You know, it's a piece of history. But in the modeling world, that's the great thing about it, is you can create some pretty crazy stuff that you would never, you know, a purist, as they say, would never want to do in real life. So that's the plan on that stuff. So anyway, that's the update for today. Like I said, I'm going to do another video here a little bit later on that truck build that I want to do for Chevy Truck Month. I want to go in a little bit more detail on what I'm doing for that. So we'll hit that up here after a bit. Thanks for watching. Bye.